LoveLine is meant for an adult audience. LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content.
Listener discretion advised.
Now, here's LoveLine. 1-800-LOVE-191. With Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla.
Are you insane?
It is LoveLine. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Bruce. He's filling in for Dr. Drew all this week. I didn't say that at the beginning of the week, Bruce, because I didn't want people to sort of tune out, but I think the cat's out of the bag now. Bruce is gone. Bruce is here, I should say. Drew's gone all week. He will be back come Sunday, but Bruce is doing a decent job, stepping up, filling the big loafers that Dr. Drew normally wears. Thomas Ian Nicholas is here. You know him from American Pie. He is Kevin. I'm trying to... I saw the movie. I enjoyed the movie, and I'm trying to describe Thomas's character so that I know a lot of people. It was number 1 last week, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, and I want to describe your character so that people know which one you are. Your character had the girlfriend, the good-looking blonde, and you were. And tell me if I screw this up. You were...
oh, you're wrong.
Waiting. No, I can't. I'm not wrong yet, am I?
Kidding.
You're trying to give her the orgasm. You found the sex manual. That is his character. The going off to separate colleges. I don't want to give too much away, but he's the cute one. So how's it been? I mean, this is nuts, isn't it?
Yeah, this is just surreal, I would say. Beyond all my expectations, if I even had any to begin with. But I'm definitely enjoying it for each day at a time, and this is great.
Well, I don't want to sound too trite, but you must not have expected this when you were doing the movie a year ago. Am I right? I mean,
you're right. Well, it's one of the things
that...
No, I mean...
summer movie?
Well, we didn't even know it was coming out in the summer. It had another release date.
Right.
I mean, we've gone through so many changes, and
it's not what you think about when you're doing the movie.
When were you filming this movie?
We were filming it last year. We actually started around this time. This is about the time... Wait, let's see. Yeah, this is about the time I actually auditioned for it, and we started into pre-production, and then we started filming like end of July, finished September 10th.
And you figured, hey, it's a good script, it's cute. No,
well, not the first time I read it.
Well, what did you think the first time you read it?
Oh, the first time I read it, I read the first scene, and I thought it was perverse, and I turned down the audition right off the bat.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
I mean, if you take any of these isolated incidents in the story, it definitely should have had like an NC-17, which is what we fought about with the MPAA. But once I was goaded into reading the whole thing, I realized that it was, I saw that it was balanced out by some heart and some, some lessons that, maybe some people will get.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that out of context, humping pastry and whacking off into beer could be something that it could come. It really would jump off the page if you're reading it and you didn't have a chance to finish the script. It would seem a little harsh.
Yeah, I don't even think I made it that far.
But, all right, so you had your questions about the script, but I'm sure you never thought for a second that this thing... Well, you didn't even think the movie would come out over the summer. But usually summer movies are sort of, Independence Day and Godzilla and these huge multi-layered blockbuster, $100 million budget movies and all this stuff. And it's kind of nice.
Yeah. Well, once we had kind of started promoting everything, and there was anticipation on what the film would do. They had only anticipated that it would be number 2. We were like going to release ads that said we're proud to be number 2 because of all the Star Wars stuff that was going on, and we're going against some big movies. So yeah, it was a surprise even after we had time to expect things.
And I think the movie made more this weekend than its budget anyway, right? I mean, is that true? Or
that is true. The budget was only $11 million.
And it made like 18 something?
Yeah. We're already up over 20 after Monday and Tuesday.
I'll tell you, this is good for you guys and bad for America, because now we're going to have to see a whole slew of these. This is the great thing about the way Hollywood works is if Friends is a successful sitcom, then we see a whole bunch of Friends knockoffs. And if American Pie makes more than its initial investment on the first weekend of release, we are going to look forward to a lot of these.
What are they?
The same formatted movies, only slightly worse. Actually, quite a bit worse.
Yeah.
Oh, it's teens getting into trouble.
In fact, I've booked 3 of them already. No, I'm kidding.
Is there an American Pie too? Are they
oh, you mean the second
that?
slice?
Yeah. I mean, someone's got to be thinking about that, right?
I don't know what the thoughts are on that. I couldn't really think what it could be about, except
Everybody
for
looks white on here. We can do a ethnic one.
Well, yeah, you can do like a American bean pie in the hood, soul food, something like that. Is that what you're talking about, Bruce?
Something different than that.
All right, please stop playing the race car. We're going to take some phone calls. Thomas, you know how the show goes? You've heard?
Yeah, I was an avid listener in 7th and 8th grade.
Beautiful. And then I came on board and
yeah, you know.
Marilyn,
Yes.
you're 32.
Yes, I am.
What's going on?
Well, actually, I'd have to qualify right off the bat and say that Dr. Drew is not there tonight.
That's right.
Well, I have an issue with something that you brought out in last week's show, and you were talking about...
Was Drew was here then for that, right?
Yeah, he was, but it was also you, and the whole idea is that regardless of who's there, the show is put on, and people listen to it, and like this other gentleman just said, he's been listening since he was in 7th and 8th grade. That would be approximately 12, 13 years old. So you're influencing a whole, generation of teenagers and young teenagers with the things that you say.
Thank you.
And what I take issue with is the fact that I'm gay, and you were telling your listeners and a girl that young woman that was calling that all of us have to be molested or have some type of emotional trauma. That's why we're lesbians, and that is absolutely ridiculous, because that certainly never happened to me.
Well, okay, you sound bitter, but
no, I don't think I sound bitter at all.
Well, listen, that's not up for you to decide. You listen to yourself all day. You're used to it. This is the first time we've spoken to each other.
That's very funny.
I'm getting bitterness. Now, listen to me. Hold on now, Bruce. I qualified this, Marilyn, because I did say that, and I qualified it by saying the ones that call this show, other than to complain about me calling them all screwed up, which is you, but the ones that call this show, Marilyn, all the men and women who call this show who are gay, lesbian, or bi got tweaked somehow sexually at some point. And I did qualify it that way. And I went on to say that I think there's a certain amount of the population that is gay, that is biologically gay, born to blow. I call it. For guys and for a woman, you are born to be with another woman, but there's a certain population of that community that was created in the lab. That lab is the basement where their uncle got to them. I feel badly for him, but that's the way I laid it out. Now, how can you argue with that? You might be one of the biological gays. You may have been born that way. Others,
well, definitely was.
Okay, others weren't. That's the thing. They were created.
But you see, what the thing of it is that if something did happen to them when they were young, and it's more pronounced with the guys than it is with the girls, nothing would make you to repeat that behavior over and over again if it wasn't a natural inclination for you.
It's quite the
if you didn't like it, if you weren't into it, and actually if you didn't fall in love with
quite the contrary.
If you
experience a certain form of abuse, you will tend to go back to that unless you have some intervention in the form of therapy
or Jesus Christ, right, Bruce? Bruce is Christian.
And this is a good example.
Amen.
Adam is the humor here, not the I was going to say brains, but not the science. And Adam is, if you take him too seriously and literally, you're going to get angry. But
well, go ahead, take me seriously.
No, but I think Drew represents more the medical.
Look, he represents what I tell him to represent.
I see.
Yeah. So Marilyn.
Well, what I'm saying is that because you're talking to basically youngsters that anybody could have a sense of humor, but they don't know anything about life. They take you seriously.
I'm serious. What do you mean?
Look,
Well, hold on a
Adam
second.
makes fun of me.
Shut Bruce's mic.
No way. This is a good point. I have to make one good point.
Right.
Adam makes fun of me, and he says things about me that would imply I'm not intelligent, which is obviously not the case. So the humor here.
No, wait a minute.
The humor here is something that I think even the youth pick up. The concrete thinking 12 and 13-year-olds. I think they understand that Adam is not here to teach them anything about homosexuality or really much else.
Okay. Now,
I'm not trying to
let me
insult
say
you.
something then, Thomas, because he's gay. I know will chime in and explain the lifestyle in more vivid detail for us. Marilyn,
Yeah.
I stand behind 95% of the things that I say, unless I'm actually blatantly kidding. And when it comes to this, I am 100% behind myself. I should run for something.
Behind yourself or beside yourself?
I'm beside myself and behind myself, depending on what kind of mood I'm in and how much I've had to drink. I'm telling you, there are gay people like yourself that were born to be gay, and that there were others that were gay because somebody got to them. You cannot argue with that. I talk to these people all night long. That is the way it works. I don't know what your problem is with that, and I don't know why that's a dangerous message, by the way. What's dangerous about that message?
I'll tell you exactly why. Because I'm actually a very attractive woman, and it's not like I don't have to deal with men at work or on the street or anywhere I go asking me out and all this, that, and the other thing. And they absolutely just don't understand that you could just not be interested in them. So the first thing they're going to say is, first thing they always say is, "Oh, somebody hurt you. Oh, somebody hurt you really bad."
Well,
or something like that. Of course, it gets annoying after a while. It's like, why can't you just accept that? No, nobody hurt me, but that you just don't interest.
Because if you carefully listen to the call, if you carefully listen to the callers,
that's
in the
you,
station,
but that's not our callers.
The callers on the station they're younger, and there's some other real aberrant behavior going on in addition to the homosexual acting out at times. And so it's not someone like yourself calling.
What I'm saying is, by representing us as somehow damaged overall, it just encourages the part of being
He's
lesbian.
not doing that.
It just encourages men to keep trying and trying. It's like all of a sudden they all think that they're Captain Kirk and this is the Starship Enterprise.
Hold on a second.
How does that encourage? How does that encourage?
No, listen,
men?
Marilyn, please. How did you get so bitter, sweetheart? What's going on with you?
I'm not bitter.
Come on.
I'm being totally logical.
Where's your dad?
Where's my father at home? Where he belongs.
Home is prison? Where's home?
That's actually insulting. That's not funny.
Well, what's going on?
I have a very normal...
He never did anything weird to you? Come on.
My father is a very straight-laced.
How did you get so bitter about men?
I'm not bitter about men.
Please. Everyone listening can hear how bitter you are. Now, what happened with you and men? That's my only question. Please, be honest. What happened?
Apart from the fact that they try too hard and they're annoying.
Right.
Sometimes I have a hard time at work because they just don't get it.
Right.
But how could you be that way? But you're so pretty. But this and that is like...
Oh, all right, but...
Listen to the English. Not interested.
Have you ever been with a man?
No.
I could turn you around.
Oh, see, there you go.
Oh, yes.
See, it's always the same thing. It only takes one or whatever like that.
That's right.
If you have no interest, you have no interest.
All right. And never had a boyfriend?
No.
What's your dad do for a living?
What does my father do? He works for the city.
Uh-huh. Do any drinking?
No, my parents do not drink.
Where's Grandpa?
Well, all my grandparents died when my parents were small.
You're going to go right down the family tree?
No. All right. Listen, Marilyn, you sound very angry. I'm not sure what made you angry. Apparently everything was...
not angry. See, it always has to be the angry, bitter female when she has a point of contention with a man. It's the same thing.
No, you just you sound angry. You sound like you don't like men.
I'm wondering why you didn't...
It's not that I don't like them. It's just that judging by my friends and the things they say and their boyfriends and husbands and stuff like that, I'm just aware of the damage that they can do.
Why aren't you generalizing more to Adam's behaviors? Look what he does with Christians. I mean, he just tears into me every time I'm here, and I'm really feeling hurt.
That I've never heard the show before what I heard last week.
All right.
And
but now,
I'm specifically addressing what I heard last week.
All right, but now you're hooked. All right, Marilyn, listen, we gotta move forward.
Yeah, I understand.
All right, but keep listening. And
But I just want to, to leave a message to all the teenagers out there that know that they're gay or they know that they're not to be prejudiced against the other group and just to assume things, outlandish things.
Listen, I love the gays. I've said that many times. I wish I was gay. It's a better life. It really is.
But you said you were lesbian last night.
No, I did not. I said I was trying to be gay. It's not working out. So I almost lost an eye last weekend trying to be gay. So I didn't want to get into it. But it's a great lifestyle. They recycle. They have beautiful homes. They live together. They're happy. You know what I like about the gay lifestyle? Guys get married. They live in separate rooms. You know what I mean? His room's down the hall. I've known a gay couple or two. They got separate rooms. They have a great time. They got a good income coming in.
It's amazing.
They don't have to worry about the kids.
She takes you seriously.
I'm serious. I'm telling you.
But she shouldn't take you seriously.
All right, but she didn't sound bitter, did she? No.
Said you're.
No. Listen. Do you get the feeling that something got her off of men? That it wasn't just, how could you be as bitter as Marilyn is, or at least as bitter sounding as Marilyn is without some sort of event?
I think she's just taking it a little too personally. I think there's a lot of, women that feel the same way about men, but they don't necessarily, they aren't necessarily lesbians or anything.
I think she secretly likes you. She wants you.
I think secretly everyone likes me. That's the way I will go through life.
That would be a big.
That would be why you offered yourself up, right?
Yes. Danny.
Danny.
What is it?
Danny. Yeah, like Danish cupcake or whatever. It's
really? That's nice. Is that short for something?
Danish.
Your name is Danish?
Yeah.
Nice. What kind of Danish?
No, it's a family name. I was born with it. I don't like it at all, so everybody calls me Danny.
Danish is a kind of a cool name. I like that.
I don't like it at all. I get made fun of all the time at school.
Oh, okay.
Okay, what was your question?
I just moved. And boys are harassing me because I'm flat.
You gotta go lesbian.
What?
You gotta go lesbian. That's something I picked up in the last call.
Hey, by the way, that Maryland chick, she was bitter.
Yeah. Hey, listen, everybody who calls the show, I gotta give you a quick tip. Your attitude reads real strong through the radio. It's a weird thing. I mean, when you see people in real life and you're talking to them or sitting across the bus with them or something and they look good, you get sort of caught up into what they're wearing or what they're looking like or what their posture is. But on the radio, it's just your voice, and it really is pretty telling. I mean, if you're happy, sad, depressed, stoned, drunk, bitter, whatever it is, it pops through in a big way.
So the TV show is a big disappointment from people's side.
Oh, the TV show. That's right. Everyone's going to watch the Man Show tonight. It's going to be on in 12 minutes or something like that. Thanks for reminding me, Bruce. Go ahead. Okay, so you have small breasts.
I have no.
Okay, but you're 14.
Yeah.
That's all right.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
Because, a lot of my best friend, she started developing when she was 10.
Right.
And I have a stepsister, and she's 9. She's going to be 10.
Yeah.
I don't know, a few days.
Yeah.
No, she's already 10. Okay, I forgot. They're celebrating her birthday. Okay, anyway.
Oh, okay. We wouldn't have called you on it, by the way, but
okay.
Go ahead.
And she's already developing, and, it's just really weird because I get harassed about it all the time, and I've been to the principal so many times because of people.
You got in trouble for it?
No, the 14-year-old boys.
No,
okay.
Guys harassing you?
Yeah.
For being flat?
Yeah.
You know, the problem is a 14-year-old boy's brain works that way. So if they're going to take some action, they're going to have to throw out all the 12, 13, 14-year-old boys and they don't have much recourse. So that's the excuse for them harassing you.
Here's the thing. When you're 14, you're looking to harass, and if you're big-chested, you're going to harass that person, and if you're flat-chested, you're going to harass that person, and whatever you have going, you're gonna harass.
No matter what, they're going to find something.
Yes, Danny.
Yeah. Yeah.
We get calls every night from 14-year-old girls that are big-chested, that are miserable and being harassed, and guys won't leave them alone, and no one looks them in the eye, and so on and so forth. So everyone's got problems. But I can tell you this. and please listen, this is going to change your life. Men are not as into the breasts as women think they are. Men like breasts, but they don't like huge breasts, most men. There's a small subculture that I'm proud to say I'm part of that likes the huge breasts. But most men like medium to small breasts. And if you look at all the big models, actresses, and whoever, there's not too many of them that have what you'd call big jugs.
Studies show that men that like large ones are more immature and more sort of arrested in the early adolescent.
That's right. That's true. That's
Except for Shannon Elizabeth.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. She was, she did the little naked scene in American Pie, and she was, well, she had implants, though, didn't she? I think so.
I'm not really sure.
I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but I mean, she really must have, because otherwise, I don't know how they could have gotten to be that shape unless she has some sort of special mattress with some sort of like anti-gravity chamber she sleeps in or something. But the point is men do not like, for the most part, most men do not like big breasts. They talk about them. They may ogle a woman or hoot at a woman. They may like one at a wet T-shirt contest
Create
and all
nicknames.
that. Create nicknames. But by and large, most of my friends do not like big breasts. They like nice breasts. And small is fine. I mean, look at all these women on the American soccer team that are all doing these endorsements and are all sex symbols now and all this. None of them have any cans on them. Right? They're
to be
doing
medically
fine.
appropriate, we should find out if she's had her first period, if she has a breast bud.
Breast bud.
Yes, the initial.
Ooh, another good band name. Hold on a second. Danny,
Yeah.
how's the breast bud going?
What?
Do you have a breast bud?
I mean, there's usually an initial development of tissue there.
Anything?
Have you had your first menstrual period?
Yes, I actually have.
You have.
Okay.
And there's a little something there, right?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay.
You're the normal. There's studies have shown that girls that develop early have more problems. They get in trouble more. They don't go as far in school.
Yeah.
Because the guys like Adam that
guys in
victimize them,
vans with nothing but primer
Did you
on
have a
there
van?
from paint. No, you can't. I had a bicycle. I didn't have a car until I was like 19 or something.
Not when you were 14. Did you have a van later on?
Oh, at some point?
Yeah.
No, always had to drive trucks because of the carpentry.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. We'll get into my horrible life later. But we're going to take ourselves a little break. Thomas is here from American Pie. Bruce is here from Redlands. Is that where you're from, Bruce?
Yeah, Brooklyn.
Bruce was great. I was standing out front, just walking in. Showed up a little bit late tonight, and standing in the walking in the front door of the building, and heard tires screeching. Saw sparks in a car get airborne. That was Bruce in the rental truck he just got, flying. I mean, just screeching around the corner and getting air up into the LoveLine driveway. What's up with that?
The clock in the vehicle was 10 minutes fast.
You're right, because it was 10 to 10 when you pulled up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And
You think that's bad? You should have seen how lost we were.
oh yeah. Yeah, this place is crazy. There's no one can
5
find
U-turns.
The only person who can find this place is Drew's crazy stalker. Other than that, nobody can find nobody can find this place.
How come I don't get a stalker?
You'll get one. You stay on another couple days. I like to see abusing the rented truck. It's funny when people. I knew immediately. I said that can't be his truck. He's caught air. There's sparks flying out of the thing.
I abused my car.
Like tore the bumper off the thing coming up the driveway. All right, we will take ourselves a break. When we come back, we'll talk to who, Bruce?
We're going to talk to Lauren about crystal methamphetamine.
Beautiful. After this.
Woodstock 99 pay-per-view. Where you can see more live as it happens, uncut and uncensored than all of the 250,000 crazy fans who are actually there. July 23rd, 24th, and 25th. In the pit, love for one. 65 hours of today's hottest bands. Exclusive live performances. Only on Woodstock 99 pay-per-view. Call your cable or satellite company. LoveLine's phone number is 1-800-LOVE-191. LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. We'll be right back.
hard to swallow. We've got a frog in our throat.
Lick it up.
It's LoveLine.
WEBN.
It is LoveLine. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Bruce. Thomas Ian Nicholas is here from American Pie, the number one movie last week at the box office, and no signs of slowing down. Let's see. Thomas plays Kevin. Kevin, you describe it. A lot of people have seen the movie, so again, so people know which one you is.
Right. Well, for those that have seen the movie and for those that have not, I'll try to keep it right in the realms of both. Kevin is basically one of the four guys who, of the four friends, initiates the pact that they all make to get laid before they graduate and to help each other, say the right things to the girls and, appear the right way to them. And he's kind of like the ordinary guy. And he's the only one with the girlfriend in the film. And he basically, he thinks he understands a lot of things, but he confuses, a little bit of love and sex, and he comes to understand a little bit more in the end of the movie.
Got the good-looking blonde girlfriend.
Yeah, yes. Sorry, I didn't mean to leave that out.
Yes. All right. Bruce is still here for Drew, regrettably, and we're going back to the phones. Lauren?
Hi.
What's going on?
I was just wondering what are some of the short and long terms of crystal meth use?
Bruce?
Crystal meth is being found to permanently damage certain areas of the brain. And in the case of using it once a week, it would be a matter of, it would take a longer period of time to achieve a certain amount of damage. There's not all the information's in, and in terms of exactly what are you going to look like in 10 years or 20 years.
What's up with that? How come none of the information is never all the way in?
Well, I mean, you can't do the experiments you might need to do. They're being done on primates, on monkeys, and
has crystal meth been around long enough? Has speed been around long enough for us to do autopsies on people that had a problem with it? You know what I'm saying? See what happened to them?
Probably not in great enough numbers. The problem with autopsies, there's very few autopsies are being done, and drug and alcohol diagnoses are frequently left out. So the number, if that were something chosen today, let's do a study, and you'd still have a problem because doctors don't use those diagnoses as commonly as they should. But crystal methamphetamine, another difference in what's been used the last few years is there's a right and left-hand molecule, and the older stuff was only about half as potent. So this is very highly potent methamphetamine. And, when you get that buzz in your brain, you are altering your brain in many different ways. And that's the other risk you run into with methamphetamine.
Okay, yeah. I got to intervene at some point.
Okay, go ahead.
Here's the deal. Speed is a very evil drug. It really is. Right. It's bad for you, and it's bad for the people around you. It's dangerous. People get violent. It's just one of those drugs. I mean, I'm no expert, but I can tell you, little pot ain't going to kill you. But the speed, it's just not a good one. It's
and I don't know many people use it once a week. Well, Lauren, is this you or somebody you know?
Oh, no, this is me.
Why?
I've been using probably more than once a week.
Oh, what a surprise. And why are you using it?
I don't know, because whatever.
Okay, well, let me write that down.
Are you depressed to start with and it makes you feel okay, or did you start using it to lose weight, or what were you doing?
Just because I like how it feels, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, but something's up. I mean, life wasn't great before you started using it, right?
Oh, no, really, I'm fine, I guess, so.
Oh, can you stop using it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, why don't you try that?
Yeah, well, the reason I called actually was because a couple days ago, I did about 5 lines of, harder, glass, and I got really, really messed off of it. And I was just wondering what could have caused that all of a sudden.
That's characteristic. When people talk about glass or ice, it's still it's very pure methamphetamine. So the
Don't
occurrence
you
of,
think her 6-year-old friends would call like a baking soda ice? You know what I mean? I mean, don't you think they would label it all as glass or ice?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The problem, people...
Bruce, talking to you, having a conversation with Bruce is like playing a handball against the curtains. It really is. The ball comes back every once in a while, but when it hits something, but it comes flying at your head. Other times you got to walk.
I wasn't
and get
tracking with baking soda ice. That was.
I'm saying she said she did some ice, some glass or some ice, some heavy duty stuff last week, and I was saying, how the hell does she know? And don't you think her friends call everything they give her ice or glass?
Well,
okay, I'm just going to move on.
Well,
no, pick another call, Bruce.
There they are, all lined up. It's a guard against being called passive aggressive.
Sam?
Yes.
You're 26.
Yeah, how you doing tonight?
Good.
Good. All right, the reason I'm calling is I've been married about 5 years.
Right.
Before I got married, my wife and I had my wife had a great sex drive, almost as high as mine.
Right.
About 4 years ago, she got pregnant for my daughter, and it started going down from there. Now, it kind of came up after the pregnancy, just a little bit, but since then, she got pregnant 7 months ago, and now she got practically none. I might get it like once a month.
Well,
she's just not interested. It's like she's like, I have no desire for it.
She's 7 months pregnant now?
Right, but it didn't start like now. It's been going on for quite some time.
Yeah.
But now it's pretty much fallen off.
Yeah, well, they're a big ball of like estrogen and stuff when they're pregnant. Who the hell knows? I mean, they got a bunch of hormones flying through them. You can't figure them out when they're pregnant.
Well, that explains the last 7 months, but what about the 3.5 years between pregnancies?
Dare I ask, communication pattern? How do you guys get along compared to previously?
Oh, we get along pretty good, I think.
So you've talked?
I have a really good relationship with my wife.
Can you talk to her about this?
Oh, we have talked about it. She just says, well, I just don't have, any, too much desire for it.
All right.
It's like, she said, I understand you do, but, I'm not going to pity, screw you.
Why not?
That's what I said. That upset her one time.
I've been doing that my whole life. It's great.
But, no, she said, I told you before we got together that, if I don't want it, you're not going to get it. And I understood that. I was fine. But her sex drive was huge, so it was, so I didn't have a problem with that. And then it started going down. I was like, if I have it once a month, I'm happy.
How about she just applies a little oral sex to you?
That'd be fine too. But
that'd be good. She's not doing that.
No.
Listen, we're all hearing something else in here, and the part about you two getting along great and everything being fine sounds a little. There's some holes in that.
Yeah,
now.
definitely.
I think you guys need to get into a little counseling and work out this thing. Because let me tell you something about women. When they close down sexually, it's because you're not communicating. They're pissed off. They have some need that's not being met, and that's how they react.
It's the last bastion of control.
They just close down, and guys never know it. And guys are like, you know why? You know what I love about guys? Like, just talk to a couple that broke up, and it's great. Talk to the guy. You talk to the girl. Talk to the girl first. Why'd you break up? For years, it's been the same thing, this same pattern. I've asked him repeatedly. When we tried to get into counseling, he wouldn't talk to me. We tried to communicate, he wouldn't listen. And it had gone on for so many years, I just had to break up. Then you talk to the guy. What happened? Why'd Sheila leave? I don't know. She just took off. Everything was great.
Right.
I came home one day from work, and she was gone. I don't know what's up with that bitch. We're getting along great. Guys have no idea what is going on. And especially Sam over here.
He might have asked her, and she said, "Oh, everything's okay."
Okay, so listen.
Some things need to be
work
figured
it out, and don't start yelling at him. And listen, you women, and look at it this way. Let's say she really loved him, and everything was great, and he was a great husband and a great father, and everything was fantastic. She just had no libido, but she loved him and couldn't have been happier with him. She just had no libido. don't you think she'd throw him a bone every once in a while? You know what I mean? Like, hey, this is my husband. He's been without sex for a while. I love the guy very much. I may not have much libido, but I'll go over there and give him a Hummer just to put him to bed tonight because he's a great guy and I love him so much. Don't you think she would have thrown him a bone every once in a while?
Could be.
Yeah,
All right, listen, Bruce, I'm so done with you. All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to take a break.
I have a great comment on that one.
No.
Foreplay.
You're
Ask me
done.
about foreplay. Is it a
Listen.
knock on the door?
Listen. We're going to take a break. Everyone tune into the Man Show because it's now currently on. Thomas Ian, can I finish here with Thomas, who's here from American Pie? You can watch that when you're done watching the Man Show, and we'll be back after this.
You have 5 seconds.
LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
2.
Back in a minute.
1.
It's LoveLine, only on WBBN.
Yeah, there we go. Thomas Ian Nicholas is here. He is from American Pie, which is the #1 movie of last week, and I imagine be #1 this week too. Let's see. Now we got the
Hopefully.
we got the Wild Wild West, which I haven't seen, and by all accounts seems to be an abortion. It's just big budget, lots of hype, rap songs, and nothing.
The TV show was great.
I'm not getting the TV show was great, but
Yeah, I watched it. I went and saw Wild Wild West.
Did you?
I fell asleep.
Did you?
Yeah.
You're not just
Nothing
saying
against
that.
Will Smith. I like his other flicks, but I fell asleep.
No, and Kevin Kline is great.
Yeah.
Big fan of his, but it seems like one of these movies, and I've been suckered into a handful of these over the last few summers, which is tons of pop, tons of stuff going on, tons of effects, but 20 minutes into it, you realize you don't care. Like, you just don't care. You just don't care. And if anybody, I was thinking about it, there's a great movie. It's sort of like American Pie in a way, called Breaking Away. It's about 15 years old now.
Low budget.
Great movie. Had a few, Daniel Stern was in it.
Oh, nice.
Who you worked with before. And a couple other, who the hell else was in that movie, Bruce? I know this is a trail I don't
Wait, was
want to
that
go down.
that wasn't the bikes, was it?
It was the bike.
Oh, okay.
It was
I know
a
what
bike
you're talking
movie.
about now.
1985.
Yeah,
And,
yeah. There was a lot of stars
Dennis
in that
Quaid was in that.
Yeah.
And a couple other guys you've seen. The point is here was a low-budget movie. It was shot in Indiana, and the big event of the entire movie was a local bike race that's held in Indiana on a dirt jogging track called the Little Indy 500 by competing fraternity houses. And it was nothing. I mean, it was zero, but you couldn't have been more excited and rooting harder for a guy to win at the end of it. And
Totally.
when I watched that movie, I realized it's not about how big the event is. It's about how much you care about how the event turns out.
Yeah, I think for most films, as soon as you get past the 80 mil mark, you tend to separate yourself from a film that you could care about.
Right.
You get separated from the storyline and get into the effects or whatever. I mean,
But not this.
Star Wars might be an example, an exception, but
There are a few, but not many. And not this American Pie, because it's got to be good. It had a very small budget.
yeah,
That's how you know.
11 mil.
Good acting and good writing. All right, where were we here, Bruce? We're on 3. Rebecca,
Yeah.
you're 13.
Hey, Rebecca.
Hey.
What's going on?
Okay. My friend, Rachel, she'll be 14.
Hold on, Rebecca, what do I hear in the background?
It's just my CD player.
All right, I'm going to put you on hold for about half hour, okay?
Okay.
Okay, because I will not tolerate that. I don't want to sound like a prick, but it drives me nuts. I hear people's TVs and stereos and stuff in the background. It's like, how often you on the radio, honey? So I'm turning it down. Rebecca will turn it down, and we'll get back there in just a couple of few. Amen. Amen.
Hello?
Amen.
Oh,
Yes.
it's Ammon.
Ammon.
Yeah.
What the hell's wrong with parents these days?
Oh, I don't know. Well, I'm Mormon, and it's from that Book of Mormon, I guess.
What the hell is wrong with parents these days?
I don't know.
All right. But couldn't they have named you Ham or Job or something?
Something like that. I usually go by my middle name, Spencer, but...
Oh, that's cooler.
Yeah.
All right. What's your question?
I wanted to ask Thomas, if I was in a movie with his girlfriend, I don't know her name or whatever, I would have tried to hook up with her. I just wanted to know if he did in real life at all or anything.
She's dating a 50-year-old coke dealer in real life, so he didn't want to mess with that.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch that 10-foot pole. No, her real name's Tara, and no, I did not hook up with her off of the set because, it's just a movie, and I had a girlfriend at the time, and I definitely don't go that route. And once again, it's just a movie, so all the stuff that, we were involved in the flick is, totally opposite of me. In fact, completely opposite.
But how about that, Tara? How old is she?
She's 22, I believe.
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I just turned 19 last week, or less than a week. Yeah, last week. I don't remember.
Were you one of the younger cast members?
Yeah, me and Eddie K. Thomas, who played Finch, were the youngest. I was 18 and he was 17.
Right. Oh, yeah, because you shot it a year ago. So you actually were sort of high school senior age.
Yeah.
But, it should work that way. You should be able to have sex with people who play your girlfriend.
Well, the problem with that is, because of my faith, I'm a Christian as well. I practice abstinence, and I wasn't even having sex with my girlfriend, so I wasn't going to turn around and hook up in any other way.
Right. I also want to ask you, weren't you in like a movie where you were a kid and you were like a baseball owner or something?
Oh no! Oh man, that was the wrong film.
Yeah,
that was Little Big League.
Yeah,
I was close though. I was in Rookie of the Year.
Oh, okay.
You were the Rookie of the Year, right?
Yeah, I was Henry Rossenberger, Rulenfurter.
How cool was that to do? I mean, were you in the Yankee Stadium and?
Well, we were the Cubs.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, you're in a big stadium.
One of those stadiums or something like that.
Well, listen, I didn't see the movie. I got to be honest with you because I'm too old. But you were in a big stadium with the crowd and everything, throwing the pitches, doing the whole thing.
We were at Wrigley Field. It was actually only the first time that we filmed there. There was 35,002 people in the stands.
Right.
It was unreal. They were all chanting my character's name. Daniel Stern, who we talked about it earlier in Breaking Away, was the director. It was his directorial debut, and he was one of the characters in it. It was a fun time. The rest of the time, it was after baseball season, so there was extras in the crowd, and only about 4,000.
So the people, and they'd show the audience, but they wouldn't pan all the way around the stadium.
Right, only that one time. The first time my character goes up to the mound, they did a full 360 shot, and it was just, full stadium.
Now, did they do that at the seventh inning stretch of a game or
in between a doubleheader?
Oh, in between a doubleheader?
Yeah, we had 5 minutes to get our scene out, and the director goes on a mic and in front of everyone and tells them the whole story, and they're like, yeah, the Cubs are going to win the World Series. All right, we'll cheer. And they're like all chanting the character's name, getting into it. I heard after we left and they started the next game, the pitcher was, totally blowing it. They were losing the game, and the crowd started chanting my character's name again so I could come back and win the game for real or something.
That is every boy's dream. I was asked today, found out I got to play in the Dodger Celebrity Game this year. Yes. Yes. So I'll get to fulfill my dream and go to Dodger Stadium and pee in the dugout. Huh?
You playing bat boy? Or
No. I'm actually a decent baseball player, Bruce. I'll probably.
Wait, you're a decent baseball player, but you didn't see Rookie of the Year. I'm getting contradicting messages here.
You know what? I'm going to rent it. That is it. Possibly on the way home. Kaz?
Yo,
you're 17.
Yeah, what's up?
What's going on?
First, I don't know if it was Lisa or Sherry who took my call, but I want to thank her for letting me get through.
That's Lisa.
Lisa. Thanks, Lisa. But can I tell you a quick story before I get to my question, Adam?
All right.
All right. I have a friend whose uncle works for MTV. Not anything big, but he just has something to do with it. Are you still on MTV?
Yeah, as far as I know.
Well, are you aware of this Fanatic show they do?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Well, I asked his uncle if I could go on Fanatic to meet you, because I mean, you are my god, dude.
Fanatic is a show that MTV airs where people, I guess, write in letters or send in videotapes or something, and they basically describe how badly they want to meet some celebrity, and then they hook them up with the celebrity, and they spend the day. I guess we could spend the day, I don't know, napping and masturbating, or whatever I do during a normal day, you'd have to do with me. But they hook the celebrity up or the crazed fan up with them, and they're, oh my God, I can't believe I've met you. And I've seen a few of them. Now, they don't get, Dustin Hoffman or Meryl Streep or anything like that, but they get younger celebrities that fans want to meet. And I've seen them do it with, figure skaters or whoever.
So it's like a stalker's training camp.
Right. But anyway, Kaz, so continue.
Anyways, so I asked him if I can meet you, and, he works for MTV. His first reaction was, who? And then second, when I told him the stuff, he said that you probably wouldn't be eligible for that.
Right. Well, MTV would not put one of their own up in a Fanatic episode, because that would suggest then that one of their own was a celebrity, and they try to dissuade that kind of thinking as strongly as possible. So,
I would just consider that they're just bagging on you. Hardcore, yeah.
MTV
just not saying you're eligible. That's
MTV sent me a beer of the world's basket a couple of weeks ago. So I'm trying not to be quite as mean to them, because they gave me beer for no good reason a couple of weeks ago.
Forbid.
But MTV does not like to treat their talent is talent, and they don't like to think of them that way. And if anyone ever watches an MTV award show, for instance, not only will you never see their talent, everyone close their eyes for a second. I'm just kidding, Bruce. Open your eyes, you idiot. Close your eyes. Think of the MTV Movie Awards. Think of the MTV Music Awards. Think of any MTV, big award event type show that they've done over the last 5 years. And then think about if you've seen anybody who's on their network either go on stage, deliver a trophy, receive something, bring out a band. Even if you've seen any of their talent panned to in the audience during the course of the show, if they've ever seen their talent, with the possible exception of Carson Daly, but that would only be because he was sitting next to Jennifer Love Hewitt, and I'm sure they tried to crop Carson out of it as much as possible. No, you would never, ever see that. As a matter of fact, it was funny. I was going to the last award show, and somebody said, I was talking to my friend on my car phone, I said, I'm going out Santa Monica, go to this MTV Movie Awards. And he said, oh, what do you got to do? Deliver an award or present an award or something? I said, are you nuts? If I ran on stage, I would be tackled by security, beaten and dragged out of the place.
Well, God forbid I defend you, but I mean, you're probably one of the more talented or funnier guys on the...
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And
I'm not sure that's saying a whole lot.
That's why they made a mistake with me. That is the problem.
I think there's
their
a
strategy
reason.
is fine with
there's
most,
a good
but not
strategy
me.
there. They want to keep everyone thinking if they created stars and they'd leave the show. Got to keep everyone on the show.
It's the man trying to keep you down, but don't worry. Don't worry. I got a memory like a orca whale, baby.
Is Kaz still in the line?
I don't know.
Kaz, what do you want to do with that? What do you want to do with that?
You could start a letter writing campaign and get 1 million petitions with 1 million signatures apiece on them, and they would never ever ask me to do the Fanatic. I can guarantee you that. So go ahead, Kaz.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I've heard you talk an awful lot, and you're this big celebrity, everyone likes you and stuff, and
sure, I'm huge.
Oh yeah, dude, you rock. And I'm pretty sure that LoveLine is what helped you segue into making the Man Show, right?
No.
Hold
on a second. We got to take a commercial break.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell everyone the truth about that story right after this. It'll be quick though. All right, we'll be back.
LoveLine. Be right back in a minute.
LoveLine. We're going to take a quick 10-second timeout. We'll be back with more of the show in just 10 seconds.
This is LoveLine on
Radio
Station.
It is LoveLine. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Bruce, who is very qualified, as qualified as Dr. Drew to do his position, at least on paper. Thomas Ian Nicholas is our guest tonight. You know him from, quite a few projects, but most recently American Pie, #1 at the box office. Thank you. And looking forward to another good week. I don't know what the hell's being released this week. What is being released?
Wide Shut.
Oh, hold on. We have a little problem with Anderson. You know the part about turning everyone's mic back on when we come back, right? Okay. Eyes Wide Shut.
Eyes Wide Shut, yeah.
Yeah. I know it's Kubrick and all that, and I know he always does those sort of cryptic ad campaigns, but I can't figure out what the F that movie is about. I have no idea what that movie is about. Do you?
No.
I don't know. I've just heard some disturbing things about the whole Cruise Kidman love scenes.
I'll tell you, everyone is looking forward to it. As far as the nudity and the sexuality and all that kind of thing. But it to me, it's not exciting because it's weird for me to watch the guy and his real wife. It makes it weirder. I'd rather see two actors going at it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it takes away the whole sense that, it's acting. Yeah, I mean, what's up? You got these two characters that are totally not them, but then they're doing something that, a married couple does,
and
they're married. I understand. I agree with your problem with it. It kind of makes it hard for me. Like, hey, that's acting.
What's up with Nicole Kidman, by the way, and the sexuality kick in the last 6 months? I mean, Nicole Kidman has been on the scene for 10 years. I mean,
stripping on Broadway.
I mean, she was on, she was in Dead Calm. That was probably a good 8 years ago. Cool movie, by the way. And when was Dead Calm? It must have been like 90, 91, something like that. But she's probably a couple movies before that. The point is she's hadn't heard anything about her vagina in 10 years, and now it's like she's half naked on every cover of every magazine. She's doing this nude thing on Broadway. 6 months ago, she has this new movie coming out. It's why? What happened? I mean, why did she decide to start with this all of a sudden? You know what I'm saying?
In the mind of a celebrity, who will ever know?
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of get the feeling, and maybe this is just me, and Bruce, if you disagree, don't say anything. But I think a lot of women, and I've been noticing this more and more, they're doing Playboy spreads when they get a little bit older, and they're exploring their sexuality a little bit older. And I think they have this feeling like, listen, the train is leaving the station. The train is my body. I got about another few years left here that people want to see me naked, so I better get naked now. Do you kind of get that feeling? Oh, money? Bruce, here's what. This is better radio. Instead of pantomime, write down your comments, and then I'll read them over the air. Oh, okay. All right. Where the hell? Oh, no, wait a minute. I just got to finish with now we're screwed. All right, now hold on a second.
Let me control.
I'm going to work this thing out. Kaz?
Yo.
All right. So, yo.
Going back to Kaz.
All right.
Kaz, do you work with metal or have a psychiatric history?
No, I'm a student, dude.
All right. You go to high school.
Play metal.
What do you say?
He plays metal. Perfect.
There's.
I'll be real fast because I've talked too much already. You want to know about the Man Show? MTV didn't have anything to do with the Man Show. As a matter of fact, they weren't going to let me do the Man Show because I have a contract with them that has to do with cable.
No, but Adam.
But they were nice enough to let me do it. Yes.
Actually, my real question was, I hear you talk like all the time about how when you got out of high school, you start off laying carpet and doing construction jobs and stuff like that.
Cleaning carpet, but yeah.
How exactly did you go from doing that to being like this big radio and TV guy?
I blew a producer. Oh. I'm not going to make any bones about it.
Kaz, do you think that
I wish it was hard work, but it wasn't. I had oral sex with a big Hollywood type. I don't want to mention.
Were you on the
name.
casting couch?
Aaron Spelling. And that's it. My career took off after that. I did 5 episodes of Sunset Beach immediately after oral sex with Aaron Spelling, and it just took off. I don't know. I just chipped away. That's all.
Did you get any free nose jobs out of it?
No. I gave him a nose job, though. No. I just pecked away, and I did it for like 12 years, and eventually I caught a break.
Cool. Kaz, do you think Adam in character is the same as Adam the person?
What do you mean in character?
Yeah. When he's doing his TV show and LoveLine, is that the real Adam? Or?
No, I think what I hear on the radio is the real Adam. I know when he's on TV, he's like acting and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
I prefer to call it play acting, but fine.
Yeah, well, he's no Dr. Drew, He's not on hang time or anything.
Was Drew on hang time?
Yeah, it's not going to be out for a while, but he did a little hang time
oh, really?
episode, I heard.
I thought we had something in our contract where he couldn't do anything without me.
He's smarter than you.
Oh, that son of a bitch. All right, Kaz.
Hold on, Adam. By the way, I'm lucky, too, because I have a satellite, so I get to watch the Man Show at 10:30, meaning I get to watch all of that, then listen to all 2 hours of you on LoveLine.
All right, Kaz.
Yeah.
I'm even becoming bothered by your love
Are
of
you
me.
gay?
I really am.
Maybe he's
but,
gay.
God bless you. All right, let's see if we can move forward here.
Seem to have a very strong...
Enough about me.
Yeah. Hello?
Rebecca.
Yeah.
Hey, Rebecca.
Hey.
You're 13.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Okay. My friend Rachel thinks that she can boss me around and stuff like that. And also, if I don't do what she says, she, beats me up or whatever. And my mom has talked to her, but Rachel doesn't listen to her. And Rachel has a bad life at home, but she doesn't need to take it out on me, and she thinks she can.
She physically beats you up?
Yeah.
This is your friend?
Supposedly.
Okay.
Doesn't see anything wrong.
Okay, so your friend Rachel is abusive to you.
Yeah.
Does she consider you a friend?
Yeah.
Well,
doesn't see anything wrong.
so she beats her friends up.
Yeah.
Why do you continue to spend time with her?
I can't help it. It's like she will come to wherever I am. And she
Run
lives.
faster.
Hey, Rebecca, you really can't help it. You really can't. You just don't be friends with her anymore. Can you do that?
Well, I have tried.
Well, if you spend enough time away from her, then perhaps she'll get used to that, and then you won't have to deal with it anymore.
Hey, Rebecca. Listen, I know you feel a little bit helpless, and you're only 13 and all, but if you don't want to be friends with someone, you really don't have to, and you can send them a subtle but yet. I'm looking for the word here. Consistent message. Thanks for jumping in when I'm stammering, by the way, Bruce. Drew go to the same school.
I like you to stammer a little bit. What's with your mother? Why doesn't she participate?
I don't know. It's just...
Well, what happens when you sit down and talk to her about it? She just...
What do you mean?
You tell your mother this girl's beating up on you constantly. Yeah. What does she say?
She just tells me to tell Rachel, and I have, and Rachel smacks me, and I have literally gotten huge bruises on my arms and stuff like that. And my mom has tried so many times to talk to her, but Rachel does not listen at all.
What about her parents?
Her mom doesn't care what she does with her life.
All right. Well, so she's obviously troubled.
Yeah.
How long have you been friends with her?
About 7 years, and it just basically started this year.
Okay. Why don't you tell her to stop it? There's a novel idea.
I have.
With other people present.
And there you go.
With other people around you, not alone, so she can't beat you up again.
Listen, Rebecca.
Take martial arts.
I don't want to sound like a jackass, but you're 13 years old. You're not 9. This is a friend of yours for 7 years. She's being physically abusive. Do something about it, would you? I mean, there's nothing we're going to tell you. Do not hang around with her. It is the obvious. If she calls, don't pick up the phone. If you pick up the phone, cut it short. Cut her off. She will get a clear message. All right? I don't know what else to tell you. You're a big girl. You can take care of yourself. It's not that big a problem. You see her coming down the hall at school, duck down another hall. What's that?
We don't go to the same school. So.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't want to hear about it then. Please. We have people strung out on heroin. It's not a problem. I don't want to sound like an idiot, but I don't want to be overly sympathetic to everyone who calls this show. They don't go to the same school. It's her old friend. She's out of line. Just stop hanging around with her. And that nonsense of she shows up everywhere, that's nonsense.
But at 13,
really
the world is a lot more concrete.
It is smaller, and it's made of more concrete. But, this is one of those... this is one of those growing pains things. Handle it. Tell your mom. Hey, if she hits you, call the cops. Get a restraining order. I mean, if she's getting physical with you, bring the powers that be to bear on her. Jackie.
Yeah, that's me.
You're 26.
Yes.
What's going on?
I have a real problem. Like when I ever since I started having sex, I have a hard time having an orgasm. I always have ever since I first started, and I don't know, since the last year, it just seems like it's even getting harder, and I don't know what's the problem.
Maybe there's something stuck in there.
I don't think so.
No? Have you checked?
Are you in a monogamous relationship, or is this something that goes...
right now I just started, I haven't been in a relationship, my last serious relationship was like 5 years ago, and I've only had like real casual things since then, but right now I started seeing someone for like a month now, and it's really starting to bother me again, because for a while I just didn't think about it, but everyone keeps saying, your woman's sexual peak is later, and I keep waiting, and it's just not happening.
Can you have an orgasm through oral sex?
I can. I have. When I was with my most serious boyfriend, I could. It just would take like 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's a long time down there.
It is a long time.
Let me tell you.
No guy wants to do it that long. You can't even talk when you come back up.
No kidding. 15, 20 down there is it's equivalent to one tour in NAMM.
Yeah, so like nobody wants to do it again.
It's like a year.
Yeah, and I don't want this new guy to think there's something wrong with me. I just don't know, like, is there anything that I can do?
But there's not a published normal and abnormal for these things.
Yeah, but I mean, it's hard.
Can you have an orgasm when you're alone?
Yeah, but in the last year, it seems to be taking longer.
All right. Well, let me jump in with my voice thing. You're 26. You sound like you've been through a lot.
It's not like I haven't had any sex.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a nurse.
Oh boy, that's a horrible job. You got to work around guys like Bruce. What have you had any trouble in your life?
Well, I had a baby about 3.5 years ago. I'm a single mom. I don't talk to the baby's father at all.
Uh-huh.
But it was hard for me before this
where's your dad?
My dad? My parents are fine.
Everything's good with Dad?
Yeah, they're very supportive. They watch my son for me all the time.
When did you lose your virginity?
I was 17.
Yeah, okay. No molestation, no alcoholism, no raping, nothing like that?
Nothing like that.
Everything's good?
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, women are all broken down different biologically. Guys are very consistent. I mean, 99% of guys...
It's starting to get me annoyed because it's not really fair.
Well, I mean, not that I know much about this area, but I mean, girls are definitely connected a lot more emotionally, and if you're not talking to, or your partner or previous, or
see the way I jumped in with the word there when I was looking, Bruce. You see
with
that?
Your child's father, there might be if it began around then it could be something emotional, something that you feel about sex. I mean, I'm no professional, but
well, no, I think you're right on. She hasn't been in a serious relationship, by her own admission, in like 4 or 5 years. I think she needs to get in a real relationship, the guy she cares about. You know what I mean? Have something real, because women do need that much more than guys.
Well, it would seem to me that an emotional relationship would be a lot more productive in that area, and maybe not concentrating so much on the sexual aspect of it. Find someone that she cares about or whatever. I mean,
you want to throw amen in, Bruce?
Well, I would, but
Well, I'm just saying.
I think you're right, and I know you're right with women.
I understand if you have a personal disagreement. I know where you're coming from.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I don't. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about the way I feel about religion, and it's the same way I feel about homosexuality. I know it sounds a little confusing.
Well, yeah, but this isn't really a religious comment. I mean, this is
I know,
her trying to figure out her problem. But if you want to take it that route, you can.
I wish more people were gay, more guys were gay, and more people were Christian or born again or fanatical, not the Shiite fanatical, but sort of into their religion a little better.
Yes. Why more chances for you?
Right, more women in sex.
No. I don't mean that. I mean, I wish more. I wish teenagers didn't have sex until they were ready, or until they were married, or until they're ready to start a family. I mean, we'd be living in a utopia. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, we really would. I mean, imagine what would happen to this planet if starting tomorrow, teenagers, girls and boys, only had sex when they were married. You know what I mean? It would clean up this world's trash and take about 5-10 years, and everything would be great. We could close the prisons down and turn them into landfills and lay cops off. I mean, everything would work out. Don't get me wrong. But people don't do it, and I don't believe in God, but I really do wish more people did and followed that a little more closely.
But it's not even held up as an ideal anymore. That's the problem.
And as far as the gay lifestyle, I wish more guys were gay. They're less violent, and like I said, they recycle. They're better people. They're better citizens. That's what I'm looking for.
Unfortunately, there are a few more problems than just people having sex. I mean, at least, sex in a safe sense is not detrimental.
Well, no, but a lot of the problems, I think, and I've learned from doing this show, they stem from the sex. It's people basically raising kids that don't have business raising kids. The kids are neglected. The kids hit the streets. These are the junkies. These are the pimps. These are the prostitutes. These are the people that fill the prisons and fill the welfare lines. These are the people. These are the criminals. By and large, these are those people, these unwanted, screwed up kids that have been, physically abused or sexually abused. This is what fuels all this stuff.
In essence, they're trying to fill the needs, but trying to find that in sex, but it's something else.
Yes,
it's the caring that they didn't receive as a child, or love.
Right.
In a sense, I mean, it just reminds me, kind of, in a small sense, in a high school sense, what my character kind of goes through, and the confusion between sex and love. And I mean, I've gone through that confusion. I mean, I think pretty much every single person has that's had experience with sex.
Well, especially when, and I'm only saying this because we talk to them night after night. Daddy knocks up some woman and then moves on and knocks some other woman up and moves on for another woman, has a little girl. The girl's raised without daddy. She never gets that love, that nurturing, that support. Every guy becomes daddy. She sort of falls prey to these older guys who are willing to show her this attention. Lo and behold, she's pregnant at 15 or 16. She's in no shape to raise a kid. The guy who knocked her up has moved on to the next town. She has a kid, and the cycle repeats itself.
See, I'm all about breaking the cycles, because my mom, even though my dad and my mom split up when I was 2, my mom kind of broke the cycle and raised me the exact opposite of how she was raised,
right?
And was able to break that circle.
That's a strong woman, and it's too bad most people are weak and sort of give in to the cycle. Not the menstrual cycle, but the cycle of abuse.
Of life.
They're both abusive cycles, if you ask me. Eric?
Yeah.
You're 21.
Yeah. How you doing, guys?
Good.
We're good.
I got a question for Thomas.
Yo.
I'm a pretty big fan of DVDs, and I was wondering if most likely the movie will come out on DVD in a year or so.
In fact, I have an answer for you. As of today, just talking to my agent, which most of us actors have, and they sent, I guess, Universal faxed over something to me asking my permission to put my face on the, with the poster, since I'm in the poster, on the cover of a DVD, in fact.
Cool.
So they will be making a DVD for American Pie, and your guesstimate is probably right, or so, a year or so.
Yeah, my question was, though, have they talked to you guys about, like, bringing you guys together to do a commentary track?
I have not received any questions about that. Do they? I mean, I guess they usually do that on the DVDs. They add a lot of stuff on the end and stuff.
Adam, do you have experience?
Well, it's a separate audio track on the disc where, like, the director and the cast or whatever will be talking about things that happened in the movie.
Well, what kind of things are you wondering? Because maybe I can answer something for you right now.
I just like the commentary.
Set your tape recorder.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think they're going to bring us together to record that, but I mean, they have plenty of press that they could throw on there. So
yeah, because one of the
we'll just have to wait and see.
One of the good ones I've gotten recently was the Ghostbusters one, and they've got they had Ivan Reitman and Harold Ramis and another guy. They did a commentary track over the movie.
Someone just gave me that, by the way, but I haven't seen it yet. And I have a couple of questions.
Yeah.
First up, Bruce, what were you going to ask? You going to ask something?
I was going to ask if your experience with porno DVDs would sort of extend into this discussion.
I think it bleeds into it a little bit. I did a little bleeding last night to the porno DVD.
Wait, did those have a commentary?
He was telling us about it last night.
Yes. I actually, I want you to know how together I am. I lent that to somebody today. Almost cried, and I lent it to someone today, and I ran down the street waving and crying at it like it was going off to war. But I did lend my only porno DVD, my Jenna Jameson signed porno DVD, to a friend today. So that mother effer better bring it back too. Drew and I did the commentary that you're speaking of, Eric, for Sleepless in Seattle about 2 months ago.
That's cool. Really?
By the way, I don't know if it's been released yet. I haven't seen it or heard it, but somebody contacted us and said, why don't you guys do the foreword or the commentary or the beginning on this thing? I have no idea why they asked us to do that, but we sat in another studio here and did Sleepless in Seattle commentary.
Or sort of soft.
I don't know what they can use because they kept asking us how much of the movie was probable, and we kept saying none of it. and our very bitter anti-relationship voice. So I don't know if they can
use. You were using your first caller bitter voice?
A second of it. Yeah, I mean, it was really horrendous. At the end of the whole thing, I said, Drew, we just spent an hour talking to a microphone. I don't think they can use 10 seconds of it, because everything was like, that is ridiculous. That is fantasy. That would never happen. But anyway, why a year before it comes out on DVD? I mean, they'll release the movie on beta form, or VHS, though, rental form in 2-3 months or 3-4 months. Why not release the DVD
I don't know. I was just estimating along with them. I mean, maybe now it might come out at the same. Is that how the movies come out now? They like the DVD comes out way later? Or?
No, I think on movies like, let's say, Armageddon or some of these other movies, these summer movies that they released on video, I think they do sell the DVDs about the same time the movie comes out as video form, which is usually seems to be a little bit different from movie to movie, but it seems to me about 3 months, maybe 3.5 months that movies
after the movie's out of the theater.
Yeah. What is that time? Is there some sort of set time? Does it vary from movie to movie? I mean, if it's a summer blockbuster, is it going to be different from another summer blockbuster?
It's called limbo time, I think, is the only thing I could come up with on the spot.
Oh, this movie, this American Pie, $11 million it cost to make it. Already made 18 this weekend. And that's not DVDs. That's not VHS. That's not pay-per-view. That's that's a beta. If you're my father, who went out promptly, bought himself a beta. My dad is so retarded with that stuff. This is not, HBO and Cinemax and movies and airplanes and foreign distribution. I mean,
what is it, Adam?
I mean, when this thing is all tallied up, I mean, this movie's going to make 150 times its initial. Not 150 times. I mean, wait a minute.
How much do you get?
Off the back end? Do I look like Arnold Schwarzenegger? Come on.
No. He got, listen, they fed him well, okay?
That's the only time I eat well is when I work on films.
The days he was on the set. Okay, we'll take a little break. Thomas Ian Nicholas is here. He is from, obviously, American Pie. Dr. Bruce is here. He is from Loma Linda Hospital. Right, Bruce? I know they don't like you to talk about that. But yeah, okay.
Job, that's okay.
That's fine.
And Adam is here.
And I'm here, and we'll be back.
LoveLine, Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. The phone number's 1-800-LOVE-191.
We'll be right back. We're not keeping you up, are we?
I'm pitching a tent.
Oh, that's good. It's LoveLine.
WPBN.
Thomas Ian Nicholas is here from American Pie. Dr. Bruce is here tonight as well, filling in for Dr. Drew, who will be in on Sunday, as far as I know. Ooh, we got someone from the Blair Witch Project. Oh, the whole cast is coming in next week at some point. Am I right? Or is that... Are we down? No, that's the week after that. All right. Yeah. Kind of interested in that movie. Oh, I won't be here? The show's going to suck then. That sounds interesting. I heard that movie was scary. Now, is that coming out this week?
Which one?
The 2 or 3 weeks from now? Blair Witch Project? Oh, I see. It's
who fills in for you?
What's that?
Who fills in for you?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I was just going to suggest that, actually.
Bruce, you can barely fill in for yourself.
Thomas has very good judgment here. I think that he...
No, I think Dr. Bruce could do it. Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
All right. I'll tell you what. Let's
Drew and I, man, we'd have a great show.
Okay.
We'd be ragging on you the whole
Let's
night.
put that to the test because I got to take a pee. I really do. So I'm going to take a pee. Bruce, you fill in for this next call, all right? You feeling confident?
He gets to press the button and everything.
Where are these buttons here?
Are you ready? You see how this works?
Yeah.
Right? You want line 1?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, you
Here
press
we
the
go.
button. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, okay.
Did I? Genevieve.
Yep.
Welcome to LoveLine. This is Dr. Bruce. I've taken over the show temporarily.
Sounds good.
And me too.
Thomas Ian Nicholas is our guest. And how are you doing tonight?
Pretty good.
And what's the question for us?
Well, I'm just kind of worried because I'm 16 and I still haven't gotten my period. And I was just wondering if there's anything I can do, like, not related to my doctor because I know him, like, I babysit for him a lot.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know, it's kind of embarrassing. I just want to know if there's anything.
Do you live in a small town where there's only one doctor, or what's the story with that?
No, I mean, I could probably go to another doctor if I really...
Well, you know what an option is family planning. It's in the phone book, and it's free. You don't have to tell your parents. And,
It's what?
It's family planning. There are various clinics that are available to you that are free and that don't require parental notification or a note from your parents. And something like family planning would be that. Because 16 is a little late not to have gotten your first period, but it's not impossible that you're perfectly normal. The thing that happens many times is that you start to worry about it a lot, and you're afraid to have the physical exam. You're afraid to go see the doctor, and the worry builds. So the first thing you have to do is have a pelvic exam. And at family planning or clinics like this, they do so many, and they work with so many kids like yourself that it's really not that stressful. So, how's that sound?
And I have to say about American Pie, my mom went to McDonald's the other day and bought me apple pie. Yeah, couldn't eat it.
Well, I understand, and just beware of any apple pies with holes in them. Definitely stay away from those.
All right, Genevieve, thanks for the call.
Yep.
All right.
Bye.
Well, my reign of terror is just one call long, and and now Adam Carolla is back in the room.
There's an angry
It was a
mob
medical call,
protesting out front of the station.
I don't think so.
No way. That was a good call.
Really?
That was.
It wasn't painful? Really?
I got to give like a little applause
We
here.
get some props to Bruce? All right. I'm sure it was an abortion. I didn't hear much of it. All right, let's see. Where are we going now? I can see you have your next call all lined up. You're ready to just segue right into that. They call you Silk, don't they? Is that what they called you growing up?
Silk? Red.
Oh.
Red silk. Corn silk.
AJ.
Yeah.
You're 14. They didn't call you Rusty? Did they ever call you Rusty? You got red hair, Bruce.
Yeah.
They didn't call you that Rusty thing didn't work?
No.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you for that.
No, I was...
He was talking to Dr.
I was
Bruce.
talking to Dr. Bruce.
He was still picking on me.
All right, now, AJ, go ahead.
Okay, like, at my school, there's, like, boys who are, like, turned on by watching lesbians.
Sure.
And I don't get that. I'm not lesbian or anything. I love guys. I love you, Thomas. And...
Wow, thank you.
No problem.
You know what's great, what I like about you? Drew would have went, who's Thomas? He's very, he's always confused. AJ? Did she just hang up?
Yeah.
All right, well.
Wow.
One of her...
Brutal.
Okay, I think
lesbian
two
friends.
is a Adam call.
Okay, there's no call 2 on there.
Well, it's the
Bruce.
second one on there.
Yeah, all right. It's my fault. I should have done the math. Mike?
Yeah.
You're 18.
Adam, Dr. Rusty, how's it going?
Yes, Rusty. That is his new name.
Rusty, what's
Hold on, I got to write that down.
Isn't that like Rin Tin Tin?
Rust. Go ahead.
All right, so I think I got a pimple on my penis, but I don't know. It might be a genital award, but is there only one genital award, or do they come in clan, or what's the deal?
You better be nicer to the doctor. I'll get the probe out and do a biopsy.
That does
You
sound...
like that too much, Rusty.
Go ahead. Ooh.
Wait. Who would like that too much?
No, I'm sorry.
Zit on your
Dr.
penis.
Bruce, I would really like your opinion.
So,
that's much better.
is the question, Mike, whether you can only get one, or wouldn't there be more than one if it was...
Would there be more than one if it was a genital award?
Not necessarily. And many genital warts are subclinical. They're not, you can't see them. So what is this doing? Is it draining? Is it have a surface that's irregular, white, red?
No, it's just like a bump. It's just...
What part of the penis? The glands?
No, it's right. It's like on the shaft.
Doesn't seem like a zit, or does it?
It kind of seems like a zit.
All right, well, lance it.
Should I try to pop it?
Sure. Hey, stick a pin in it.
Does it have a central core?
Yeah, it's kind of hard.
No, but does it have a distinctly central area that's separate from the outside?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's something called molluscum contagiosum.
That's warts.
No, it's not warts. It's a viral thing, and it's thought to be sexually transmitted. But
that's trouble.
Mike, so the question is, have you been at risk? Is there a reason that you think you might?
Okay.
Mike,
Possibly.
what do you mean possibly? Have you had unprotected sex?
No, but I kind of played around with a girl, and then played around with myself a little bit, and
yeah.
Right.
See?
Well, that's especially with the human papillomavirus. Any secretions can transmit that.
All right, but it's fairly unlikely.
Is it going to go away, or do I have to treat it?
Oh, listen. Hold on a second. He screwed around with the girl. He put his hand in the girl, and then he put his hand on himself.
Right.
That's unlikely, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
You know what drives me nuts about you doctors? Now, lump Drew into this. There's no gray area. There's no percentage. It's just you freak the kids out. I mean, Drew does this all the time. Talks about, oh yeah, you definitely got this, or there's 100% chance of that. And the reality is from the activity that he did, there's a very slim chance that he transmitted this venereal disease that way, isn't there?
Well, right, except for viruses. Viruses are real tricky. And it's like the other night somebody called and said, can they transmit their non-genital virus on the hands to the genital areas?
Right.
And, I was just, afterwards, of course, I have all my genius friends that say, well, you said this incorrectly or that correctly. There are different opinions on that, and one book stated, no, you cannot, and others said, well, they've done typing, and they have typed non-genital viruses on genital
you never say never, but it's highly unlikely that, let's say, a wart would go from your hand to your genitalia.
Well, again, that's one of these disorders, one of these infections where it's more likely than any of the others.
Okay,
And,
so he should go to a doctor.
Oh, absolutely. Have
the penis checked.
But, you know, at whatever age, 18 or 14, going to the doctor, put down that you have a sore throat if you're embarrassed. A lot of people are embarrassed to state what the problem is.
All right, but isn't the doctor going to get frightened when he's looking at the charts, a sore throat, and standing there with their penis hanging out?
Well, before he hangs it out, he can...
Oh, I see. Hey, let me ask you about the word, you said subclinical?
Uh-huh.
Like underneath the skin?
No, it's not... it's a clinical...
I know what clinical is, but you said subclinical. I thought
you're not having any symptoms. It's there, but you're not having any symptoms of it.
Okay. So you're talking about his penis, said subclinical, and I thought that you're talking about his clinical was skin somehow, and I was going to say I never heard that. But subclinical means no symptoms.
Right.
All right. He should still take his subclinical torpedo in and have it looked at by the doc, right? Okay. We'll take ourselves a little break. When we come back, we'll speak to David. David is 18, performs oral sex on his girlfriend, but she doesn't return the favor. How to rectify
That's for you to
the
fix.
situation. We'll get to that after this.
I feel so liquidy. Really? Why?
You're listening to Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. Loveline will be right back.
For the erotic pleasures of women.
It's Loveline.
All right. Why are you asking her that, Drew? Bruce, let's just finish our conversation here.
Better than the question.
All right. Speaking of the microphone, please, Bruce, please. I know it's Drew can't figure that out either.
It's too heavy to lift this thing up.
Drew does one thing that's annoying that you don't do, by the way, which is he punches the mic. He reaches for things, he does things, and he smacks into it every show. It's uncanny. It's uncanny. The guy's been on radio for 50 years old. Smack into the mic at some point during each show.
His brain development is rather...
And he likes to put the cap on the dry erase pen. He likes to put it on after each call like this. Doesn't look at that as bad radio at all. Him thumping things hard on a flat surface that is picked up by every mic in the studio. Doesn't have any problem with that either. All right, Dr. Drew is out of here. Dr. Bruce is filling in. Thomas Ian Nicholas is here from American Pie.
Hello.
You know what we need? We need actually to hear like a Drew Boogie or Drew Shuffle, because we do play that when he's gone. Anderson, you got anything like that?
What are we going to hear?
Anything like that around? It's a bunch of out of context Drew drops. We normally play. We normally play when Drew's not around. It's just engineer Mike is out.
Are you jonesing for Drew?
Got
Adam?
I do miss that son of a gun. I really do. I hate to admit it. I wish I hadn't said it on the air, but I miss the guy. I mean, come on. I mean, Bruce, you're fine, but.
You're no hang time star.
It's just no hang time star. All right, what are we going to hear the boogie? Let's hear the boogie. Let's hear the Dr. Drew boogie. Yeah, it'll be like he's back again. Here we go.
Ow! Get down, asshole. Get down. You're gay. Get down. You're fat. Get down. You're sick. If I find you, have sex with me. Gee, it hurts. Have sex with me. Faggot better have sex with me. I want to have sex with me. I was born, so I had anal sex. Gee, it hurts. I'm still a virgin. Tried to be straight, or I thought I should be straight, and I was confused. You know, pee on this makes me sick. Hurts when I urinate. Makes me sick. Anal sex makes me sick. This guy's penis makes me sick. I've had anal sex, but felt no effect. I got these lesions. Gee, it hurts. I'm still a virgin. Makes me sick. It's called intimacy. Can I say that? You're fat. You're gay. Confused. You're sick. You're overweight. You're still a virgin. You're dysfunctional. Not acceptable.
Dr. Drew's right.
That is that. By the way, that's Carrot Top's "Ow" in the background.
Oh, I was just wondering. I thought that was you, Adam.
No, it's that is the amazing prop comedy of Carrot Top in the back, and it's Dr. Joyce Brothers at the end with the Dr. Drew's right. Anderson, do we have any more Drew drops? A few of those. I missed a guy. A few good Drew drops.
He's really jonesing for Drew.
He wants to groom this child for his, abuse farm.
That's abuse farm. Do that. Just give me a few
There's
good
a
ones.
wives' tale out there that black males have larger penises. Faggot better run.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I like
I'm
that
in my
one.
30s. I live in an urban center, and I'm having sex.
I like that one, too.
Wait, play that one again.
No, keep going. There's a few
All right,
good
never
ones.
mind.
Come on,
I'm in
Anderson.
pain. My breasts hurt. I was bored, so I had my tongue pierced. I was bored, so I put a spear through my penis. She drinks until she barely has her senses about her, and then she can relax enough to have sex with me. I'm homosexual. I'm freaked out about it. I'm trying to be heterosexual, but I have these overwhelming homosexual feelings. Ever since I stopped taking Depo-Provera, I've been lactating.
Play the, is the hand one in there, Anderson? Do you have that? Is it marked somehow?
If I find you stealing my underwear again, here's what's going to happen. This is not acceptable. Find a new position. It's called intimacy.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Come on, keep them going. I can't get
I was
enough.
14. I tried to be straight, or I thought I should be straight, and I was confused. I recently went to a fraternity party and got really drunk. I randomly hooked up with a guy and we had sex. I didn't even know his name the next morning.
Oh, my God.
Now he keeps calling me, and I don't even still remember his name. If anything, I want to be dominated.
Wow.
It may
So
not.
many revelations from Drew. Yeah, the stuff he doesn't talk about when he's here, but it really comes out when
I
he's
did
gone.
LSD 50 times in 2 years.
Oh, my God.
The Drew Shuffle, if you should happen to release that on CD or something and it got real popular, that would bother Drew, I think, if it were like in the charts.
I think it'd catch on, yeah.
It's pretty catchy.
I still
Maybe just a hidden track on someone's CD.
I still want to
slip
hear
it in a movie.
The hand can't find it?
Maybe we'll put it on a DVD as the commentary.
It really should be. It's on the Sleepless in Seattle one, perhaps.
Well, I'd like to work with Thomas on an Adam Shuffle, because...
Katie,
Yeah.
you're 16?
Yes, I am.
Uh-oh.
Oh, good. Harpsichord music, finally. What is going on in the background there?
Uh-oh.
In my radio, I'm playing a Sarah McLachlan CD.
Ooh.
Oh.
We're calling from England?
Nice.
No, I'm calling from Arizona, actually.
All right. Hey, Katie,
Yes.
can you turn the music down?
Sure, hold on just a
All
second.
right, hurry. My God. How loud. All right, I'm not going to punish you because it's late in the show and you have a cute accent.
All right, thank you very much.
Where are you from?
I'm from London, actually.
Fantabulous.
And I've lived here for just a year, actually. So
Great. Don't ever lose that accent.
I've been listening to your show the whole time, and I'm so excited I finally got through. I've been trying forever.
Great.
Well, the question is, my mother has a boyfriend, and she's 36, and this guy's 23, actually. And I'm 16, and I'm very attracted to this guy, and he's attracted to me as well. And we recently had a sexual experience together, and I'm kind of wondering how to approach it to tell my mother about this.
You're not one of those homicidal nannies, are you?
No, I'm not.
All right. Oh, this is a disaster.
But
You know what's funny, though? I know this sounds bizarre, but when we have someone calling from New Jersey with the same problem, it's like, oh, my God, this is a disaster.
Right.
Everyone needs
The
therapy.
family.
This is a mess. You've crossed boundaries. With Katie, it's sort of whimsical and cute.
I'm wondering if Katie's thinking about
Cheers.
telling Mom as if this is a relationship that's going to persist.
No.
You realize that it's a disaster.
Oh, totally.
And you've broken it off.
Well, it's kind of hard to because he's of course staying here most nights.
Oh.
This was the night actually when she was up in Flagstaff visiting one of her best friends, and he just stayed here because I get along with him, and so does my brother.
Uh-oh.
How old is your brother?
My brother's 12.
Right. And so the 12 and 16-year-old get along with the 23-year-old, but he decided to have sex with you.
Yeah.
And it's incongruous, and he's in big trouble one way or the other.
Well, here's the thing, Katie. We don't really blame you because you're 16.
I never would have made a move to do it, even given the fact that I'm unbelievably attracted to this guy. But
how did he make the move?
It's totally bizarre.
How did he make the move?
We were sitting watching a movie with my brother, and we were watching Jerry Maguire because he'd never seen it. And my brother went to bed. He went to bed before the movie's over, and so we were out there watching it together. And we went in my room because I bought the script to the movie, and I was showing it to him. And then all of a sudden, things got quiet, and one thing led to another, and there it happened.
Right.
So.
And did he give you any instructions about not telling your mom and that kind of stuff?
No, that's the funny thing, is he didn't at all. I think he knows that I'd be afraid to tell her, and that...
Right.
Does your mom tend to be accepting and understanding about things like...
To an extent.
Like her kids having sex with a boyfriend?
Are you afraid to tell her?
I don't know if it's that I'm afraid of what she'll do, or if it's that I don't want to risk the embarrassment, or... I just don't know.
The embarrassment is his. It's not yours. And
God, the voice is so surreal. It's like, Mommy, I had sex with your boyfriend. Bullocks.
The booger.
Booger.
Listen, is there another adult that's sort of the...
That's the thing, too, that I've considered is that's not, because everybody in our circle of friends knows everybody else. So
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Listen, hold on. Forget about Bruce here.
All right.
Here's the problem.
Uh-huh.
You need to cut this off immediately.
All right. How do I do that, though?
You really do. You got to
just stop.
You stop. You put your legs together and you go to bed early.
Hold on just a second. Yeah, I'll give it to you in a minute. All right.
Was that Mom?
No, that was my sister.
What happened to her accent?
Oh, she's not from London. We're all from different dads, actually. All three of us.
Where's her dad from? Cleveland?
No, he's from Los Angeles, actually. That's another crazy thing, is all three of us from different dads, and my mom's going through a divorce right now as well.
Okay.
So everything's kind of blowing up in my
okay, there's some serious boundary issues in your family, but don't act out. You're not going to make them any better. Your mother has successfully found another horrible guy to hook up with. What a surprise.
Right.
What an amazing surprise that Mama, after picking a whole stable of bad guys in the past, has found herself another despicable guy.
Were we talking about that circle that continues?
Oh, yes. Mama, I'm guessing Mama hasn't had a lot of clarity.
Yeah, but Katie's going to need
life.
She's going to need somebody to process this stuff with, because she's going to get depressed. It's confusing to her already.
Right.
She's got a lot of
so the first thing she needs to do is stop.
There's a victimizer in the house. Mom's not.
Yeah, he needs to get out of there. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, he needs to get out of the house. So does she tell Mom?
She needs to tell some responsible adult that will take action.
Who?
Or help her take action.
Older sibling, aunt, and uncle. Why don't you, Katie, confide in a aunt or an uncle, a family friend, somebody older, someone who you trust, and you guys can reach a decision together. But this guy does need to get out of the house, because I'm not. If you cut this guy off, I wouldn't be surprised if he forced it on you.
Right.
I really wouldn't. I mean, I don't trust this guy, right?
Wait, what are you saying?
I'm saying if she said to him, just think, Mom goes to Flagstaff or Phoenix one night, they're back at the house, he starts coming on to her, and she says no.
Right,
I wouldn't be surprised if he kept going.
Yeah, she definitely can't confront him with the situation. She needs to confide in it or talk to her mom. Or
we'll take a break. We'll be back.
LoveLine will be right back.
All right. That's it. Oh, you found the hand? All right, let's hear it. Are we hearing it? No?
My lover likes me a lot, but sometimes I'm scared because he is very active. He gives me oral sex. I just give him the hand.
All right. Bruce, your timing couldn't have been worse. We're trying to list the hand. All right, everyone give the hand a hand. We got to get out of here. That is it. Thomas, thank you very much for coming in.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for having me.
Lovely to meet you. You're a real a breath of fresh air in today's drugged up, temperamental actors in this horrible town. You really are a ray of
Well, I put on a
sunshine.
good act, so.
I believed every second of it. American Pie, go out and see this film. It's good. I saw it, and Thomas is great in it. Thanks very much. Much success to you. Bruce,
Thank you.
Another mediocre job turned in. Thank you very much, and until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Bruce saying...
This has been LoveLine. The views expressed on LoveLine are not necessarily those of the staff, the management, or the sponsors of this radio station.
And are probably not the views of Westwood One Entertainment. LoveLine is produced by Ann Wilkins Ingle. Now, please listen to this station longer.